Hey guys, how's it going? It's the boss here with another little bit of a gaming discussion video. Now, I know I did one very recently for the last video, so for those of you core members of the channel who consistently watch for certain content, don't worry. The main video that I'm doing is still coming out soon, but this was a subject that I wanted to follow up on for my last video to kind of discuss something else that's been on my mind lately, and something that a lot of other people have been yearning for certain series, and have had a lot of issues for, myself included. Now, as we all know out there, as fans of video games, for those of us out there who play them consistently and have many franchises that we hold near and dear to our hearts, there are multiple franchises that have unfortunately fizzled out of existence at this point. They've either been brought up in various other medias, they've either been mentioned several times, but they haven't gotten any major releases, those kinds of series. Now, what inspired me to make this video was an announcement from Konami. You guys know that amazing company, right? Well, used to be amazing company, when they used to make big AAA title games and made games that made people feel something. They made people enjoy what they produced. Nowadays they produce pachinko machines, and they have a really bad reputation nowadays. But they used to be something better. Well, recently, as you guys know, I've been covering more Castlevania stuff and whatnot, and it's become one of my favorite game series because I've played so many of the great Metroidvania-style games that Konami used to make. Recently, they announced a new Castlevania mobile game called Castlevania Grimoire of Souls, which takes classic characters from the Castlevania series and tries to bring back that Metroidvania-style gameplay with, classic characters, classic backdrops, classic music, monsters, all the stuff that makes a Castlevania game great. There's a problem with this, though, that inspired me to make this video and cover a topic that I should have talked about a long time ago, and something that won't be new to a lot of you guys. It's an app. They're bringing back a legendary franchise as an app game. What? The Castlevania example is unfortunately just one example. A lot of you guys might remember also Diablo. That was another thing that when they announced it as an app game, well, you saw how many people liked that announcement. It's stuff like Castlevania and Diablo, two examples of game franchises that haven't gotten a major release in such a long time, and haven't had a good iteration made in such a long time, that the main issue that I have with a lot of these companies nowadays is when you have good IPs and you have good franchises, they get wasted nowadays, man. They get put on mobile games. They don't make new releases. They don't do anything new with the IPs. They don't bother to try and reclaim any of the old ones that they know people really want. And clearly, for Castlevania, again, for example, people have been wanting a classic Metroidvania game, or heck, a new Castlevania game, for a long time now. The last one that released, let's just say Lords of Shadow isn't exactly everyone's cup of tea, and that game came out in 2008. So it's been over 10 years since we've had a suitable Castlevania game, and that's just one example of multiple dead franchises that come back as app games in a lot of ways, where these companies try and cash in on this new trend of mobile gaming, and in a lot of the cases they butcher and desecrate what made these franchises good in order to make a quick buck. If you guys doubt what I'm saying here, look at someone like Konami. They have multiple IPs on their hands that they do nothing with, and when they do, guess what? They make pachinko machines, they make mobile games, they make cheap ways to try and cash in instead of spending the time to make something new for the people who buy their product, and to make something new of a legendary franchise that holds such status in gaming history, and it's affected so many people's lives, but they don't think about that. They only think about the money, and unfortunately that's what's happening a lot nowadays. And again, there's a reason why companies like Konami have garnered this reputation. You want another prime example? Silent Hills. Remember that? Silent Hills, a new addition to the Silent Hill series, something that a lot of people are excited for. Oh, sorry, what, you didn't want an arcade-style machine for that? You wanted a console game? You wanted something substantial for that series? Sorry? The main point that I'm trying to say is, I'm not saying that they can't make good app games or good iterations of those games. But again, as you saw with the Diablo press conference and saw just how people reacted to the announcement of how a legendary franchise like that got diminished down to an app game, like, that makes it way more inconvenient to play the game that people know and love. It's just an example there, too. Companies not understanding, I don't think a lot of them understand the current gaming franchise. I don't think they understand the tastes and what people that game want, what people enjoy. Instead, they just see dollar signs. A lot of them don't care about the product, they don't care about the passion. And that's, I think, the biggest downfall of this, besides the aspect of the franchise going nowhere, or just getting cruddy remakes on mobile games or pachinko machines, another common example I've used through this video. Just two examples. Not only these franchises are getting just nothing at the end of the day, but they're not treating the community with the respect that they deserve. Companies like Konami nowadays are a prime example of that. They used to be something way better than what they are now, but instead, money gets in the way. Passion gets lost. And that's the most unfortunate thing, I think, at the end of the day, is that money overtakes the people who buy the product and enjoy it. It used to be different. Unfortunately, the gaming industry has changed, especially in a lot of regards for good franchises, which is sad, but it is what it is, unfortunately. So this was just my little take on current gaming franchises, and I guess a bit of a rant about certain gaming companies and whatnot. Definitely didn't mention Konami once in this video, so don't take a shot for every time I said it. But either way, guys, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. I know a lot of people have been talking about this for a long time now. It's been mentioned many times. I'm surprised it took me this long, but whenever I saw a franchise that I love being basically downgraded to the app looks good, I will give Konami that. But imagine that on a console. Something they know people want. But instead, they know people are going to download the game anyway. They know people are going to buy it. And it's money over the product at this point. So like I said, let me know what you guys think about this. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, regardless of what your opinion is, let me know in the comments. Because regardless if you agree with me or not, I respect any and all opinions on it. If you disagree with me, that's perfectly fine too. But if you agree with me, that's good too. Just let me know. Either way, guys, this is going to be it for today's video as well. Like I mentioned before, if I did, I'm a dingus, but yeah. Either way, if you guys enjoyed it, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more gaming discussions like this, more meme content, and perhaps some different content in the future as well concerning gaming. And of course, we're continuing the meme trend that we have going on here. I mean, that's what a majority of the core bosses that have been here since the beginning, or almost the beginning, really like, and it's always awesome interacting with the community. So, yeah. Either way, guys, this has been it for me today. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.